Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. The Mavs barely pull it out, barely, and beat the Wolves 108. I think it was 105, right? And by the looks of it, Minnesota won the first quarter and never won another quarter again. Yes, let me see. Yep. Minnesota won the first quarter and never won another quarter again. Well, never won another quarter again. So, I don't know. What I'm going to tell you is this Anthony Edwards, he's not this Micheal Jordan-esque player that, again, they got to keep starting at 22. The league is way weaker. It's not like coming into a league where you had all-time greats like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and, you're coming into a league, well, let me say this. This guy, I think he came in at 1920 or something. Not years old. I think the year. It wasn't all that tough. There was no Bird. There was no Magic. There was no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There was no Moses Malone. There was no Dr. J. Come on, bro. No Isaiah Thomas. These type of guys that played in the 80s. Like when Jordan came in, it's a fraud. Let's just say it is what it is for this guy. This guy's been in the league 4 years. 4 years. When they talk like this, it's ridiculous to people. They try to act like this guy's career never started. Like I said before, if you came into the league a one and done, that means you were ready. How tough was the league back in the day? Kobe had to sit on the bench. Kobe had to sit on the bench. Kobe had to sit on the bench for 2 years. So to me, I don't think Anthony Edwards would even make the NBA in the 80s. Or my fault, or in the 90s, my fault. He went not according to where he's at right now. I'm talking about if he came in at 19 years old with the skill set he had at 19 years old and he came into the 90s like Kobe did, he wouldn't make the NBA. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about now at 22 years old, the skill set he's got now. I'm talking about the skill set he had when he first came into this weak NBA, and we excuse the rest of his career. But when it comes down to it, all the points he put up, the points, the rebounds, the assists, all this stuff that's going to accumulate. Just like for LeBron, we got to say, oh, at 22, he did this. At 20, it's never the rest of these guys' careers. So what I'm saying is this dude is a Micheal Jordan fraud. Did he have a bad game? No, he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a good game, I don't think. He didn't have a great game either. He didn't even break 20 points, 5 for 12 from the three. 6 for 16 from the field. He did have 11 rebounds. Let me see something real quick. 3 turnovers. I'm not really worried about the turnovers, as long as it's not more than 3 and it wasn't like in a crucial time. Let me see. He had 2 offensive rebounds, which is way better than what LeBron would ever have. Only 2 for 2 from the free throw line. I mean, he had 8 assists. I mean, but what's an assist these days? I mean, Jordan in his early days was averaging 6-7 assists too, and they were tougher assists. But this guy, man, I'm trying to tell you, with this 3 ball, this is the only way these guys can ever be talked about. I wouldn't even say on Micheal Jordan level, but even talked about as great players, because they shoot all these threes. This guy took 12 threes. That's insane. I think from when Jordan came in the league all the way until about 89, maybe 90, this guy averaged less than a 3 a game. And then you guys say, oh man, this guy's shooting 22 shots, 24. No, duh. The guy's shooting all 2-pointers. Shooting all 2-pointers. So yeah, you gotta be able to get them points somewhere. These guys are shooting all these damn threes. They don't have to shoot as much. But man, the thing is with the 3, you living and dying by the 3. So you have no mid-range game because you don't have any touch, because the mid-range is a shot about touch. That's why I consider the 90s and the 80s players greater shooters, because the mid-range was a tougher shot. These centers can come out and just bang all around the court, the mid-range. These centers today can't hit that mid-range like that. These power forwards and small forwards back in the day, they could hit the mid-range. Everybody could basically hit the mid-range in the 80s and 90s. You had to have really good touch. And the thing about again, when you shooting this three all the time, boy, that's what you're relying on, especially at the end of the game. And now you screwed, because it's not efficient as people think. What it is, they take so many of them. You're thinking, oh man, that guy shoots a good percentage. No, you're just taking a lot of them. Well, I just couldn't imagine. Live and die. You're gonna live and die by that three. Yeah. So Kyrie looked like he could be a guy of destiny. A guy of destiny. And it's gonna be funny if he wins this championship. What the media will say, because the media don't want to backpedal and kiss his butt, right? They don't want to do that. So Luka, he didn't have a great game, but he had some key shots in the last moments of this game. Let me see. Luka, the bench didn't give you nothing for the Mavs. Luka had 33. Check this out. Luka was a -9 and still had 33. Crazy. Let me see. He must have had a lot of turnovers. Yep, 4 turnovers. He had 3 steals. 6 rebounds, which is not really good for him. He's usually like 8 or more. He had 8 assists. He's usually a little bit more, maybe like 9. 6 for 7 from the line. 3 for 10 for 3. Whew. I'm telling you, man, when them threes ain't hitting, stuff be looking ugly in this NBA. So, and Kyrie, he had 30 points. You got these guys giving you points like that, man. I mean, wow. 6 for 6 from the line. 0 for 3 from 3, Kyrie, which I don't really think that's his game a lot. He can hit the 3, but shooting a lot of threes, that's really not his game. So to me, that was the difference right there. They, you had nobody on Minnesota score 30 points. I don't know. It was a close game coming down the stretch. That ball, the ball that they call goaltending, we'll never know. We'll never know. We'll say, oh man, that was a key play. Maybe. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Mavs came down and missed the next shot. And I think that the Timberwolves still had a chance at tying it or something like that. But you can't blame it on that. We'll see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen in this series. I won't put no money on this series because, the NBA, they don't like Kyrie. They really haven't been promoting Luka at all. This guy put up crazy numbers during the regular season. And if you want to be real, I saw this stat yesterday through, I don't know what the numbers was with the games. I mean, through the first so many games of the regular season so far of their careers. Well, as far as Luka versus LeBron in the regular season, in the playoffs, Luka has been dominating LeBron in per stats, like points, rebounds, assists. What else? It was another. I forget the other one was. Was it steals or something like that? And that's per game. And then they had their totals, and Luka was just whooping on LeBron. And at the end of the day, we don't want to hear this stuff about, it's an easier era. It's weaker. It's softer. We don't care about that. We've been saying that for like a hot minute. We've been saying that since the 2000s, and nobody wants to listen. So we don't care when Luka shatters all that stuff that LeBron was putting up. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. because he's always I think he's got per game the highest per game in the playoffs of all time. The second behind Michael Jordan. Yep. I think Mike had what 33. What was it? 33. And Luka's at like what? I'm not sure. It's not 33. I think it might be 31 or something like that. So Luka is dominating. I mean, if anything, these are the things that we should be talking about. It's a lot to talk about, but they already know if you talk about Luka, then that's going to tie into Kyrie, and they don't want to talk about Kyrie. They're hoping and praying that Kyrie doesn't make it to the NBA Finals and wins a championship. Now, it's just hard to me to see them win a championship. It's going to be tough to beat the Celtics. Now, I can tell you this. You never know what Jaylen Brown and Tatum is going to do. These are some meltdown artists, especially Tatum. So sometimes these guys be off, bro. They be off. So we'll see what happens. Them losing Porzingis, I think they would have just swept through these playoffs. They would have just swept through the playoffs. So it was a big. It was close coming down the stretch in this game, and baby Micheal Jordan, he didn't take over, did he? He decided to shoot threes and break them up. This is a game he should have took over, right? 4 years in the league. They can say 22 all they want. I don't care about that. If I'm not mistaken, this guy made the All-Star team last year, right? Let me see. If I ain't mistaken, this guy made the All-Star team last year. This is how they got to do, man. They always got to at this age, that age, all this nonsense, man. Let me see. Yeah, this guy made the All-Star team last year. In 23. So what was the excuse not to make the All-Star team in 22? I don't get it. This era is so weak. And you couldn't even come in and make the All-Star team? But if I'm not mistaken, Luka came in at the same age. He couldn't even make Rookie of the Year, right? He made Rookie First Team, couldn't make Rookie of the Year. So this is all he has on his whole resume for a 4-year period. 2-time All-Star, All-NBA Second Team. And I don't know if he's going to make the All-NBA. Probably so. It's 3 teams, so he'll make it. But this guy hasn't been top 10 per game in the NBA since he came into the league. Not even this year in points, assists, rebounds, blocks, steals. Nothing. And this is the next Micheal Jordan. I'm trying to tell you, man. These guys are oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. And I really think Luka and Kyrie, they're going to have something to say about this. The thing about Luka and Kyrie, to a lesser extent, Luka plays kind of like off balance, kind of like Joker. You don't really know what the hell they're going to do. But Luka, of course, handles the ball. He's got handles. He's a guard. He's a point guard. So Luka can do whatever the hell he wants to do. He can drive, shoot the mid-range, shoot the 3, go to the bucket, pass it out, get rebounds. Luka can do whatever he wants to do, so he can control the game even more than Joker. Joker really can't control the game like Luka. All Joker was really doing was handing the ball off. Luka can face up and go at you. That's one thing Joker really can't do like that. He don't have those type of handles. And Kyrie, he'll keep you off balance too. You don't know what the hell he's going to do. So we'll see what's going to happen. They got a pretty good team. I definitely didn't think they was going to win this one in Minnesota. Minnesota missed some key shots coming down the stretch. So you guys tell me what you think. From what I know, it's going to be what they say is going to be a game every single day until the NBA finals. Till the NBA finals, it's going to be a game every single day. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think people had the odds were for Minnesota to win this one. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this is why I don't bet. I don't trust none of these players. I don't trust none of this stuff, man. It's, to me, they done showed their hand to me too many times that some of this stuff be looking rigged, and I just can't go with it, man. I just can't go with it. I definitely would go against what they were talking. I would definitely go for the dog. That's what I would do if I was betting. But I don't bet because I don't want that stuff in my life. I know people who do that stuff every single day, and it's really a nasty habit. A lot of people, they done got some real bad habits out there. They smoke weed every day, they drink every day, they gamble every day now, they eat fast food every day. I see people I work with, they do this stuff every single day. It's crazy. They smoke weed every day, drink every day, gamble every day, and eat out every day. It's just like, wow, it's a really bad habit. Because back in the day, maybe a person might, you know, they would have like a drinking habit or a smoking habit, and they'll just do that. No, this new era, these people is doing all kind of stuff. They eat McDonald's every day. I promise. I work with some of these people. They eat out every day at McDonald's. They gamble, they smoke weed, and drink alcohol. It's just people just destroying their body and they money. It's crazy. So you guys tell me what you think, man.